hours. I'm not been on for a while, so thought I'd have a quick. Thought I'd come on. I'm on afternoon, so I was kind of thinking I might spend an hour or so just being. I haven't had much chance to play it, so it's literally been a case of. Much chance to play it, so. I've just got the live video in the back so I can see if anyone comments. Yeah, not had much chance to play it, so hang on. I suppose I better share the link onto the Facebook group as no one can see it. Bear with me. It's the only bit I hate about this is just faffing around. Pardon me. Your channel live. Yep. So what I thought I'd do today is I'm going to go on to. I haven't been on the Bakerloo for a while, but I've also got a scenario on there, so I've decided to have a quick look at that and mess around with it a little bit. Now I've not had a chance to play with the 483 on the Bakerloo line, so I thought I'd have a little go. Hang on. I've also noticed. Am I missing something? But what this Schnellfahrsteck column. I know it's probably already been there, but everything seems to have gone out of order. Anyone else found that? I know we just had an update. Whether that's relevant or not, I don't know. With 377s and 483s. Yep. There we go. Post that. Yeah, so I thought I'd have a little play around on the Bakerloo. I've not been on it for a while. So let's go down to it. Baker, where are you? London Underground Bakerloo, there you go. Apologies, I'm just taking the kit. Alright, so tools, scenario designer, 377 Bakerloo. So I had a couple of trains, as you can see. I had a couple of 377s out. Now some of these trains that I've got running, I think I might put a couple of 483s on instead. What's this one? Stonebridge Park 2. Yeah, I might put a 483 on that. Just edit timetable. Yep. Yep. Confirm. Stops everywhere. Absolutely. Yep. And then put a 483 on it. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Put 2 on. Oh, yes. So we're going to do that. You can put 4 on, so I might put 4 on another one. What's this one? 2. Let's... Kenton. Oh, what's that one? Queen's Park Depot North. That's going underground. I'm just trying to find the ones that are on the overground, because... What's that one? Kenton. Okay. I'll put 4 on that one. Edit timetable. Yep. 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 Put 4 on that. Yeah, 4. Go on, let's do it. 4 times class 483 is nice. Any others I could mess around with? What's this one? They're going underground. That's going underground. What I'm planning on doing is driving that one from Wilson Junction up to Harrow. So I want to pass a couple of I've already got that one as 483s. What's that one? Empty stock. Oh, yeah, change that one as well. Empty stock to Stonebridge. Okay, it's empty stock, isn't it? Right, okay. Sorted. There we go. So I've done that now. Oh, hang on, I haven't. I've got to choose the train. I want to be in. Is it that one? And that one. That one. I want to be in that one. Right. So I will choose that one as a player train, and then I'm going to drive this one. So it's a 377 from 377 from Willesden Junction. So I've tried to be realistic with the routes. Obviously 377s clearance wise, you'd use basically from probably Willesden Junction onwards. Thinking about it in real life. Right, there we go. So here we are. Let's set the cab up. There's no, although there's no actual ABS on these, I'm just going to turn everything on anyway. For those that don't know, this is how you set up all the safety systems on a 377. Just turn these switches. You only need, if you even on the main line, you just play those four are all the ones you need. So that's your DRA, your AWS, your DSD, and your vigilance. All the others don't work. So yeah, there we go. Get me light set up. Yep. Right. Master key. Oh. Right. So for those who don't know, I play on the PlayStation 4. I use manual controls. I don't use the immersion mode, or very rarely use the buttons on the actual joypad unless I need to. I've got a green signal, although I can't actually see it. I have actually got a green signal, which can be proved if I just open the door. Yeah, so the visibility at the 377 is not great, but I have got a green signal. But you could tell anyway, because if you, well, you got a clear aspect, because if you look, that aspect there would normally be red, in between the window blades, windscreen wiper arm. So if that's not red, then you know you've got a clear aspect. But it's always good to check, isn't it? Right. So without further ado, let's get going. Steady drive out of here. I think it's 25, and most of the way it's 45. Obviously, being such a quick train, this picks up speed pretty quick. Obviously, because this train isn't designed to be on this route, you won't get the, even though there is third rail, you don't get, you don't seem to get the neutral sections. So I've designed this train to catch up another train, I think. Yeah, I have, so I've got to be careful how I crack on with this. So the idea is an empty stock up to Harrow. And en route we'll see other trains passing by, but also there is another train going to be ahead. Oh. So this is the Bakerloo line, which is this goes alongside the West Coast main line out of London Euston. Going too fast. It's so easy to get this to go, it's so quick. So this will be the approach up to Wembley Yard. Was it Willesden? No, it's Wembley, isn't it? It's massive. Willesden's a lot smaller and a bit closer to the railway line as well. Soon, no, because Stonebridge Park's by Wembley anyway. I always find the signal on this route a little bit weird as well, even though it's traditional signalling, because this is actually, this bit here is actually network rail infrastructure. Oh, we've got a train coming. Looks, that's a classic, that's a normal 1972 stock. For that's the proper stock of the train. I've got a train that comes off. This is Stonebridge Park. I've got a train that comes off Stonebridge Park Depot and starts here, but it comes off after that one. So there's no AWS magnets on this because of the well, the middle rail obviously means it's difficult. That's not to say they can't make gaps and have AWS in, but there's no AWS magnets on this, so even though, but there is a vigilance. The vigilance still works, as you can see. Vigilance, you can cancel that just by moving the power brake controller or hitting the DSD vigilance there. Going a bit fast here, but the train will soon slow down as it climbs up. Now it's gone underneath the West Coast Main Line, climbs up onto the downside. As we approach Wembley Stadium, or Wembley Central, sorry. Wembley Stadium's on the Chilterns. Oh, I've got a red signal, look. See what I mean? The inconsistency of these signals. Because there's no caution. Which is a bit weird. I don't know if it's because of the type of signalling, because of the underground it's a slightly different signalling system, and then when you get it here... Yeah, so you got to be careful, you get really, really caught out with this signalling. Oh. I've not driven the 377 for a while, I've been driving the 166 quite a lot, so... And because they're a little bit similar in the fact you've got the same power brake controller. So yeah, so as you can see, there's a bit of an inconsistency because I've come from a red green. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty, you're not going too fast. There's plenty of notice, but now I'm stood at red. That's because there's a train ahead. So yeah, it's just one of those things which I've never really. Well, not really said much about because I was like, well, it's just one of those little quirks that I don't think it does that. The thing is, the way that the signalling on the underground works is it uses a lot of intermediate platform and cautionary lights. I think because it goes from that system to this system, which is a mainline signalling system, it hasn't got that built in. So it's literally a case of just waiting for the train ahead to clear. Now the train ahead to clear all stops at Harrow, so that's what makes this a little bit more interesting. There's also a 377 coming back from Harrow and Waddesdon as well, and also there's obviously some 483s running around. Now I think the train ahead's a 483 anyway, which when we go to Harrow we should see it in the sidings. Ah, there you go. To agree. Now, what I should have really done there, if I was going to be really professional, is put my DRA on. This driver reminder appliance. Ah, look, there's a 483. Look, lovely. That's a single one, isn't it? So there's a 483 going past. It's two, 4 car. But there's one with 4 of them running around, isn't there? I don't know. I think I put that starting at Harrow as an empty stock. So I take it steady, but this train is so quick at stopping. I'm going to really look at... I'm going to try and work a bit harder on this scenario. I've kind of left it though because I was really concentrating on the Great Western one once they fixed the problems. So I kind of let this one... I've kind of not really concentrated too much on this one, but I thought I think I will have a good... I'm going to have a good look at this one once I get a bit of time. Oh, there's that 377. I know I'll come to a stand there because you always stand next to a 377 at this. It's Kenton, isn't it? South Kenton. Take a steady ride into the platform. Well, for delivery, I think there's been an update, hasn't there? I don't know what the update entails. I know there was talk about having the livery editor start to do the 377. I've not checked it yet, to be fair. I might have a check in a minute once I finish this. But oh, look at that! Look at the graphics. Oh, gone. But I think a lot of it's just bug fixes and things like that. The Southeastern high-speed preview pictures have come out as well. So I might as well make it a passenger train, mightn't I? Right, now what I should do is put my DRA on to remind me that I've got a red. So no matter what I do now, I can't. It won't react. Well, the brakes do, but the power doesn't. So if I just got to remember to turn it off. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit more work on this. There's also the Tees Valley, which I've not really touched at all. So again, I'm going to mess around. I've done a few bits and pieces on it, but I've just been dabbling. I've not really done anything serious, but I do want to do a serious one. I'm trying to decide to use Great Western trains or just current period trains for that route. Waiting for more, and the MTP, in reality, I'm waiting for more infrastructure to be available. Oh look, it looks like it's that big ruck of 483s coming. So this should be 4 483s. But that doesn't look like 4 483s to me. Looks like 2 again, unless that's another one. I forgot what I changed. But I'll probably have a play one of those 483 services. 483s are slightly different to the 1972 stocks, but not by much. They've just got 2 controllers instead of the 1. But the theory's there. Oh. To get a little bit heavy with the brake there. Yeah, so the 377, I like the 377, it's a nice train to drive, to be fair. I think they need to, I don't know how much more work they need to do on the noises. The only thing that annoys me about the general noise in TSW is the joint noises, and not so much the joint noises, but the wheel, the way, the reaction, the way that they'll touch the joints and stuff. The 166 and the Isle of Wight for sure, they're just and puts you actually in a way. So it puts me off playing the Isle of Wight because I mean I do like playing the Isle of Wight. It's a nice little route, but the sound sometimes just annoys me. And the 166, although they've improved the engine noise, and it is a lovely improvement, there is still that really horrible clunky noise when it goes over joints and points and stuff, and it's still just shivers down my spine a little bit. I suppose anyone ever noticed a depot whistle on the 377? Yeah, so all trains on this route can whistle, as in actually blow a whistle. So yeah, door controls. Should you need them? All release for all doors. Door release. Oh, we got a signal. Let's go. Got me interlock. Yeah, and then woof. Oh, was about to roll then. Yeah, it's on a bit of a hill, isn't it, I suppose. Back on when it finally comes on. Yeah. It's the only problem with having a Bluetooth keyboard. Sometimes it goes to sleep, so you're constantly tapping it. I've got a Bluetooth keyboard. I do use that. It is useful for quick, you know, so you can do quick. Absolutely lovely looking game. Yeah. But if you use a cursor to move anything, when you do go into that mode, make sure you click down to turn it back on again, because I've been caught out so many times. Like, oh no, I ain't got a cursor on, and next thing you know, I'll push something or press something, or something's gone off or on, or thought I'd take this steady. As I know I'm following another train now, I've got to be careful and just not assume that the next signal is green. The signals tend to be at stations, so that they're easy to spot. Oh no, I've got a green. Obviously, my prevaricating has paid off. It is a bit unnerving when there are no yellows on the main line, when there's no yellow signals on the main line, at least anyway. Go too fast. I gotta remember this is the underground line and I can only do 45. Yeah, so the future of Transient Warbird, we know, yeah, South Eastern High Speed's coming out. I'm looking forward to that, if I'm really honest. You get some 375s, I think, so which is basically the same, virtually the same train as this, but different route, you know. And then we've got the high speed. Oh, he caught me out there. Signal protecting Harrow was is blatantly at a red, waiting for the train ahead to shunt out. Oh. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good because obviously the 395, which will be featured, it's going to have a different. It's going to be different completely because it's a different signalling system that it runs, that the HS runs on. So there's lots of new things to learn. It's probably going to be, to me, how I'm thinking about it at the moment from a traditional point of view, is it's going to be the one I'm going to really have to learn how to drive. Although, yes, it'll have the same principles, you know, as driving a normal train. The signalling's a bit, I've got to get my head around, so I am going to be doing a bit of research in how it all works, and obviously I will be making sure that I pass that skills that I learn on. But yeah, I am a little bit nervous and making sure, because I want to obviously drive with all the safety systems on, so I won't know what that is until I get into that, until I read up and get into that cab and understand what all that means. So yeah, there's a little bit of nervousness about it, but I'm excited at the same time. So I'm not going to lie. So that's it. Just approaching Harrow, which is the final stop for me. Oh dear. Sorry. I'm on afternoons and I can find them quite tiring. Oh. Oh, that glitch is still there. Oh, is it? No. Is it a glitch or is it just me? No, it's not. It's me. I thought for a second it was stood foul, but it's not. It's actually in the sidings. Just fits, doesn't it? Look, was that the one I put as 4483s maybe? Must have been. Yeah, but that's that complete anyway. So thanks for joining me on that one. You can see my little curves. I've gone a little bit quicker in places. It's easy done. It's such a sensitive unit. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what I've got my 483s on then. I think I'll. Oh, that one there, 5001, Harrow and Wadston. That one. But when that turned up, oh, 4 times class 483 coaches. Ah, right, okay. Well, I'll have a blast on that. It's an empty stock. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Following another train. I'm just going to top my coffee up, so I'll go quiet for a few seconds. Just bear with me a sec. Right, I'm back. Now, my red light never came on, so if you could even make me a cup of coffee, as in the red light to say that I'm on mute, that never seemed to come on. So if you heard me making a cup of coffee, I do apologise. But yeah, I'm just gonna. So, well, the sound's working again, so you can hear me. Right, I'm gonna have a blast with this 483 empty stock down to. I think it was Stanbridge Park. Yeah. Right, let's go. Now I've not driven the 483 on this route yet, so you'll have to bear with me. It's the first time I've done it because obviously you can see I swapped them over earlier on today. So let's have a look. I've given up submitting these pictures to DTG because I just think, yeah, they've got their favourites, and I just think it's odd it. And I mean, don't get wrong, there's some stunning ones. I'm not trying to say that, but yeah. Right, right. How do I get this started? Tell I've not done it for a while. Right, okay. So getting this started, then need to master key on correct. So then we need to shove it over, don't we? Yep. 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 I have power. I find it incredibly difficult to look at all the. I mean, I'm going to turn the off there. But I find it incredibly difficult to concentrate on anything else. No, hang on. I've got to be careful there. So that's the brake, isn't it? So. Gone the wrong way. EP, normal, min, hold. I really have a lot to learn with these. I'm so. I'm going to do a little bit of a test by drawing up to the signal. I suppose I better put it forward, but I'm rolling. Look at this. Look, bit of an idiot. Let's put the. I'll put the. I've never known what the difference. Well, I know two's quicker, and I suppose with this being a 45-mile-an-hour route for the most of them, I'm going to keep that on. Apologies. Right, let's put that. Right. Is it me? I can't hear anything. I'm just drawing up to the signal, just making sure everything's working alright. Really cheating here a little bit. Proper doing this on. I haven't driven it. Oh, I have a signal. So I suppose that's. Oh, there is. Well, there's rolling sound anyway. Oh, I can hear it now. It's just really quiet in here. I think I just need to turn. It just seems really quiet in here. See the sound. Oh. I mean, it could sound like that in real life for all I know, but it just doesn't. I mean, don't get wrong, they're only light trains, so I suppose they won't sound heavy when they go over the joints anyway. So this doesn't stop anywhere. It's going to follow that 377, which is also a non-stop. These poor old passengers. Just pouring up to the signal. Might as well stay at the, might as well stop at the monitors. Oh, near as damn it. I've got no lights on, have I? I have no. Right, I'm going to try and drive this without the hood, because I know the route anyway. Well, I know the route to Stonebridge, but well, to Willesden at least. I'm a bit crap after that. But not played it underground that much. I do play it underground, and I do like it. But if we could just take a quick look at the attention to detail this game brings. I love that livery network Southeast. But look at the. Yeah, you got the Pandrel Crips, the ballast, the rail just electrocuted myself. The train itself looks absolutely lovely. I do like this 483, it's really nice. It's really good rivet have done a good job with this, and I'm looking forward to other routes that they build. People were very sort of, oh my god, I don't know why, who cares, blah blah blah. But actually, I'm like, well, no, it's a good route to do. It's simple, it's easy, it's heritage. Sorry, it's good that they've done it now. There's been the limelight recently with the new trains coming, so I think it's a good route to do. It's really self-contained. You don't have to worry about other trains anywhere, and you can build a really realistic. You can be. It's, to me, it's the most realistic route you can get because it has everything that you can get. You've got all the trains. You're not missing nothing. It's not like Paddington, you've got no underground trains or no Ether Express trains or whatever. And it's like this route where you've got no trains on the main line. You know, which makes you feel a bit empty. The Isle of Wight, you've got everything you need. All the trains are there. There's no missing. Nothing's missing. And that's what I like about it. It's self-contained. The West Somerset Railway, I suppose you could say the same thing. Now, when I first started playing the 483, I don't know if it was just the way the graphics had loaded, but all these used to be all funny shaped, but they seem to have squared them up now. Now, whether that was a glitch, maybe, or what, I don't know. Whistle? Ah, I have a green. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's the Deadmans. Open up. So I've got to be careful, got to watch this speed out and my signals, of course. These do stop well. It's really quiet, this is. Nippy though, well, it looks nippy. I think it's because it's such a small train, low down. You're right at the front of the train. I don't know, we're getting to 40. There is 2 of them on, so... Again, I'm following that 377, which although it doesn't stop anywhere, it does catch up a train, so as we know, so... Just got to be careful to power off. It's downhill anyway, so kind of let the train relax a little bit. The only other thing I hate about it, the only one thing I don't like about this 483 is if you watch the cursor, as you follow along, as soon as it gets to there, you can't pull it at all, which is a bit of a shame. So you've only got this sort of area here that you can use to pull the actual. I thought that was my signal, then it's not. Although I should slow down. Really should slow down. I mean, the brakes are good. I mean, it's an X underground, although it's got, yeah, even though it has got mainline traction motor running gears, because they transferred them out of some classic slam door stocks. It's still fundamentally an underground train. It's still very light. Oh my God, look how much bloody. Oh God, am I going to stop? Why am I not stopping? I'm not stopping. Why am I not stopping? I've got power on. Oh! Oh, what a div. It's because I've got the power on. Oh! Damn it. See what I mean? I just so out of practice playing that with that train. I completely forgot I've got power on full. Why am I not stopping? Because I've got no power. I've got power on full bloody belt. Oh, what a div. Oh, what a div. Oh, go on, I'll do it again. I want to get that done. I've got half an hour I can spare to do it, so I'm going to do it again. It's having the luxury of just driving a train with a single controller. My brain's not got to the point where I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I've got no... Why am I not stopping? Oh yeah, because I've got another controller I need to control. Yeah, oh dear. Yeah, cool. Bit of a comedy error there. So, power. Right, let's get this set up again. But the good thing is, boys and girls, you get to watch this all over again. Alright, back on. A bit more confident now. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to draw it to the signal. No, I'm not, because I've done it again. I've not put the reverse key in. I might put it forward 1 for the basis of this exercise. Just I assume the forward 1 and 2 are just the stages of power. God, the brakes are good. Put it on forward 2 now from here on in. Right, I'm going to try this again, boys and girls. I'm going to do it right this time. This time, remember to take the power off. And the beautiful thing about it is that I was explaining to you the limitations of the cursor on the power handle. The irony. The irony. I'll put power on. It moves. Look, even with the brake on, it moves. Let's put max on. Does it still move? No. Put it on. No. Good. I was like, oh my god. But then obviously if the train's moving already, it ain't gonna work, is it? Right, there we go. Right, let's try again. It's only 10 mile out of here. I absolutely thrashed out of here earlier. Excited. That's what that was. To be fair, there's no point rushing because I've got to wait for that 377 anyway. Problem is with this train, when it runs so slow, it's so easy to stop. It's such a responsive train in the braking sense when you've got the power off. I should probably go for a little walk around, see if I can pick up any. I think I've already walked around here and picked up all the collectibles, if I'm honest. Oh, there you go. Let's wait for the signal to clear now. Done it again, I put the headlights on. There you go, they should be on now. Nope. There you go, on now. If anyone wants to know, that's H on the keyboard, if you have a keyboard. Oh, I'm going to say, I can't hear it, but you might be able to hear the playback from the video. I've got my YouTube video playing, so I know it's working alright on my iPad. Now, my headphones I've got on are noise cancelling, so I won't actually hear. I can't actually, if I've got it really quiet, I can't really hear. But I just heard a dulcet tone, in a really low dulcet tone. I'm thinking you're going to hear that back for the microphone, even though I can't hear it, you will. So I've just turned it down. So I'm on just for anyone who's just joined, I'm on the Bakerloo scenario designer. I earlier drove a 377 up from Wilson Junction to here, and now I'm just taking this 2x483 to Stonebridge Park, but there's a couple of trains ahead, so it's just a case of having my wits about me. And you've got to be careful as well, because there's no, on the main line, there appears to be no yellow signals to warn you about the next red, which isn't too bad, I suppose, because you kind of know that you'll have reds. The reds or the signals are at the end of platforms for the most part, so it's relatively easy to work it out. But nevertheless, it's still annoying. Now, earlier I just tried and I did actually go for a red signal, but the reason was because I'd forgotten I had my power on. So off we go then. 45 mile an hour maximum speed along here. And technically it's 10 or 15 at the station, but I don't care. So like I say, again, my driving style is I use a cursor to try and control as much as I can on the train. There are going to be occasions where I will need to use the pad or the buttons on the keyboard to because sometimes I just can't. If you do many things at once or you forget, you are going to have to quickly press something. But for the most part, I do try. Now these trains haven't got vigilance, they haven't got AWS. It's literally a case of just moving the controllers. So let's put some brake on, because I know there is a red at the end of the signal, because I found out earlier. Just got to assume every signal at the end of platforms are red in this scenario that I've created, and I think it is. These trains are so responsive, they slow down really quick. I don't know if that's realistic or not, or typical of the train. It probably is. Underground trains are pretty quick. Although, as I mentioned earlier, these were actually retrofitted with mainline traction equipment as opposed to underground equipment they're using on the because they were using third rail. Because these use third rail, not the fourth. They were converted to work on the Isle of Wight. But again, they're still responsive. They're very small, light trains, and I got 2 sets on as well. So I don't know whether that makes any difference. I'm not actually stopping at stations. This is an empty stock. It's actually an empty train, so I'm actually running non-stop. I do that for a purpose of just fun, really. There is some stopping trains in my scenario. I've got to try and bulk it out a little bit with some more trains. Ooh. So there we go, another green. The annoying red or green signal aspects. So again, let's race off to the next station. There's a dead man's feature on this handle, which puts the brakes on. How do you do it? But I can't. But you have to push it a certain place. Obviously, if I had the keyboard, if I had this on, it would tell you exactly where to do it. I don't think it. Yeah, there it is. That's it. You push the handle, and that does put the brakes on. Which should put the brakes on. So if you grab, I think that's probably why you. Actually, that makes a bit of sense. That's probably why they've not enabled you to touch the cursor actually here. I'm speeding, big time. Right, brakes on again. What's that 377's managed to get away from me? So the speedo's here. Look, and I've got a. Although you get a general sense of the speed, it's good to keep an eye on it as well. I bet underground drivers, when they drive these trains, they know how quick they're going. I bet they hardly have to use a speedometer, because I think they'll probably do it that much. They can feel the speed. They can feel if they're going too fast or going too slow. You know, it must be because the type of training is. I think mainline trains are a little bit harder to judge, but I think these sort of trains, you know, they're a lot more lower down, a bit more. The smaller. There's a 483 going north. Look. Steady running. Yeah, safe cancel. Shouldn't really use the hold much, but I'm using it anyway. There we go. And I was going to say, have I put myself in a position where I can't see the signal, but I can. It's there. Though these LED signals are a little bit harder to read because you only have one aspect, unless it's a double aspect. So these are 3-aspect signaling, so you just had the one signal. The good thing is that it's got to be red or green, or, well, it's supposed to be yellow as well, but we don't see the yellows, I'm afraid, on this. So I can see it there just through my windscreen wiper. If windscreen wiper did, I would have just moved it. Speaking of windscreen wipers, how do you work them on this thing? I think that'll be it. I assume that's it, because it looks like a windscreen wiper handle. Oh, I've just gone to a green. Why isn't it moving? And there you go. Right. So we got that established. I've now got a green, so I can go. I think. Interesting. Was that a break in the track in the current then? I never noticed it on the 377 because the line like doesn't seem to go out. But I just noticed that little. I don't know whether it was just because the power was transferring. Maybe sometimes it does that anyway. It could have just been coincidental. There's the one I drove earlier, the down 377 service. EP break off. What does that mean? Oh yeah. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's what the clicking noise is. It's that clicking on and off. Look. Oh, it's off. Lovely. Wembley. I was trying to remember where it was. South Wembley. I love this Network South East livery. I was a bigger fan of the darker blue version, but this toothpaste one was alright as well. Now I know there's a few trains that were hanging around Stonebridge Park, because I've got one coming up the depot as well, which I think delays that 377, so I've got to be careful here that I'm probably going to have potential red signal at the end of Wembley Central platform. I mean, also as well with Rivet, the amount of research and dedication that they've had to put into the Isle of Wight route and with this train, which means they would have had to have done some begging basically to enable I'm sure to enable the Isle of Wight to Isle of Line to let them actually physically on the train and see how they work, and that's really good. Really good. Yeah, I've got a red. I thought I'd have a red. Steady walk in. Steady walk in. Now I'm only going to Stonebridge Park, so Stonebridge Park is actually the next stop, and then that's me done. Steady 10 mile. Are they after me? That'll do. Right. So I'm assuming the 377 is sat in the hole. Ah, was sat in the hole. There we go. So that's it then. So my next station now is Stonebridge Park. Off we go. Ah. I don't know whether that's a wheel spin or not. It won't tell me, will it, next? I've missed it. I'm going to be careful a bit here, because although that 377 doesn't stop at Stonebridge, this signal, as you drop down under the West Coast main line and back up, there is a signal just under after the tunnel, which could catch you out. It's caught me out. So I'm going to try and be a bit steady. I'm going to drop in. Oh, and there's a classic Bakerloo. That's a nice big train, isn't it? They're not bad to drive. I've got used to them now. The single controller, aren't they? So a little bit more. That's what I got confused earlier when I was stopping at that signal at that station. My brain was thinking, yeah, I'm driving an underground train, and I've already got one controller. Hang on a minute. Oh yeah. It's amazing. I haven't played it for a while, but it's amazing what the brain remembers. Yes, there's a signal. Yeah, it must be as you're climbing out. Oh, there it is. It's green. There you go then. That'd be why. I'm like looking for this red signal. It's like, well, you're not going to find it because it's not red. I really do wish this scenario design you could actually do diagrams and change ends and things like that. That would be amazing, because you could do full shifts and stuff like that. I'm sure it's something that they're thinking about, but for now it's just a case of you drive these trains and once you get to your destination you're finished. Yeah, so I have some coming off the depot, and that works well. It comes out in front of that 377 just to kind of create a little bit of a... Let's get this slowed down a bit. Yeah, and then it sits and waits for a bit, and then it comes out, and then off it goes on a service down to Elephant Castle. Or Elephant Castle, if you're that way inclined. There we go, over the Diamond Crossing. Takes people down to takes the train down to the depot. And here we go, this is me done. So that's the first one I've driven the 483 on the actual main line. I've been able to give it a little bit of a poke and speed. And yeah, cool. When I finally remembered it as two controllers. So I've got to get used to the brake. I mean, obviously I'm going to do a proper... I was only messing about today, but I'm going to do a proper test run where I actually tested stopping places. Well, can't complain at that. 0.587 top accuracy. So there you go. So that's my little session this morning, people. I know it's probably not overly exciting. I am going to try and I've just not really had the time to do a lot, and also not just that. It's what to do. And I don't want to keep repeating myself doing the same things over and over again, because otherwise you're going to get bored. Obviously, the South Eastern High Speed is going to be the next big route that's coming out. But obviously, once we get new releases, I'll be there. You know, reviewing them and previewing and reviewing them, of course, just to let you people know what it's like, and anything I've learned that I can pass on to you guys. So thanks for watching. Obviously, if you're not watching this live, that's fine. But again, just keep a lookout. If you're part of the Transient World UK Facebook group, I tend to throw the links on there so that you can log in and have a watch. But yeah, so for now, I hope everybody's not too down about lockdown 3. So just do what the government says. Basically, let's try and get this sorted now, so we can all go out again and enjoy the trains in real life, as opposed to on the consoles or PCs, whatever your poison is. And just take care and stay safe. Thanks for watching. No.